Welcome to the service, y'all. Welcome to the service. Got a very powerful service for the community today. I got a most powerful service for the community today. We're going to raise the vibration, people. We got a lot to talk about. Restore chat. Oh, there we go. Trudeau Cat says, Trudeau Mania. Rewind Cat says, I called him Trudeau Cat. No, it's Rewind Cat. It says Trudeau Mania. What's up, baby? How you doing? We have to talk about the community, people. We have to talk about the community, the Khalistani community, too. You can now pin a message to the top of your live chat for viewers to read. Click any message to pin it. Use the options menu to unpin. Got it. Welcome to the service, everybody. Come on, Ian. Come on, Ian. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Lots to talk about. A lot of politics. G20 summit just happened. Canadian going to India. Very important for our congregation. Very important for our community. So come on in. Rewind Cat says up. Rewind Cat, can you hear me okay? And can you hear the music okay? Is the audio okay? There's a little squeaking there, but that's not going to happen now. That's it. I've adjusted. I'm here. I'm ready to pontificate. And the pontifications will be had. Very powerful pontifications. You could say most powerful. I mean, nobody's a certified pundit in the game. They all call themselves pundit. They all say pundit. The CNN idiots, all the mainstream media ding-dongs, they all say I'm a pundit this. Who's certified? Only I'm certified. I'm the only certified pundit in the game. They're all pundits, technically, I guess, but I'm certified, and that's fine. Rewind Cat gives me a thumbs up. Justin Consciousness with that ranch says, greetings. What's up, baby? How you doing? Come on, Ian. Come on in, come on in. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to talk about this, and I've been meaning to do some women's rights issues, so I'm going to talk about this other thing first. Oh, and then I have this inspirational speech that I found. That was so motivational and inspirational. I don't know. I found it motivational and inspirational. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, and let me know who you think wrote this speech. I'll say it's a major political figure. I'll say that. And then you guys tell me whether you felt inspired or not, whether you felt the inspiration, whether you felt that tickle in your heart, and you felt like, wow, I'm going to go do something now. I want to give you that feel. I want to get you riled up. I want you to tell me, does this speech get you riled up? You know, that's what I want to know. But also, let me know if the volume gets too crazy over there. Let me play some good music on it. By the way, thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
A little buttercup. That's right. Okay, this might be a little chill, but it's called Empire Seasons, and I think it's appropriate. It's by Dan Hennig on the YouTube, from the YouTube Creator Library, copyright-free music, right here on the Drip, and Dip on YouTube. So this is the most inspirational speech I heard. It should be quick. Tell me what you guys think. And hopefully it builds up with the music. Following your convictions. No, this music's too chill. Hold on. Let me get a better music. It's too chill. We need something more aggressive. True art, no. I had a song that was like... So Long Analog, no. No. Maybe our opening song. Maybe it's this song. All right, let me try it again. Let's go. Following your convictions means you must be willing to face criticism from those who lack the same courage to do what is right. Relish the opportunity. Oh, sorry. Okay, I gotta restart. I missed the first line, my bad. The thing wasn't scrolled to the right spot. Okay, so I scrolled it to the right spot. Now I got it. This is very inspirational. I had tears when I heard this speech, and I was like, this is so inspirational. I got to tell the community, but I want to read it. I want to channel it through me first. So I want to say it, and I want to get your thoughts. What do you think? Who do you think it was? And then I'll tell you. And this, by the way, this inspirational speech I'm about to drop on you guys, all podcasters, if you're making any kind of art, you'll find it relatable in your area of life too. But if you're making any kind of art, any kind of podcasting, any kind of thing where you have to express yourself, say what is in your heart, you know, because what is art? But some people say that it's literally channeling God. When you're making art, you're channeling God. That's what people say. So I think for me, I was like, when I heard this, I was like, this is all channelers of God, which technically we all are, but the artists know that they are, I guess, kind of, in a way. We should be hearing this. This is a very important speech for you. It's going to change things, I think, for you. It's going to shake something up in you. And I think it'll create a shift that's going to make you go back and take the market and really destroy your enemies and take the market. So let's hear it. Restart the music. One more time. Let's go. Remember this. Nothing worth doing ever came easy. Following your convictions means you must be willing to face criticism from those who lack the same courage to do what is right. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Be an outsider. It is fine. Embrace the label, because it's the outsiders who change the world and make real, lasting difference in this life. The more that people tell you you're wrong, the more a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. Since a party that wants an outsider battle, I continue to believe. You must be pushing forward. Never, ever give up. There'll be times in your life you'll want to quit. You'll want to go home. Say, I can't do it. Just never quit. You will build a future where we have the courage to chase our dreams no matter what the cynics and the doubters have to say. You will have the confidence to speak the hopes in your hearts and to express the love that stirs your soul. And you will have the faith to replace a broken establishment with a new world that serves and protects the people. What do you guys think of that? It's revolutionary. Got me roused up. I got excited. I'm not gonna lie. Tell me what you guys think though. Did you feel something? Oh my God. It says that people are it's a poor connection right now. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a powerful speech, and it came through on a poor connection. So YouTube is saying that I'm not even gonna get, wow, can you believe this? You come in live, you come in with a rager like that, and I don't even know if you guys can hear me. Cesar Cabrera says, what's up? Just in consciousness is powerful and uplifting. Cesar Cabrera says, we love you. Okay, so maybe you did hear it. Because I don't know, my thing is saying that the stream is low. My mom's downstairs watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And you can't say no to, you can't get in between her and her Amitabh Bachchan. I'll tell you that right now. The host of that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, he's like the most famous person in the world. Yeah, in the world, yeah. More famous than anyone from America, because we just don't have the numbers. Most famous person in the world, probably, Amitabh Bachchan. And he's the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which, by the way, is kind of canceled in the West. But in India, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire rips because they have all these stories of poor people and how they're going to use the money to survive. Dude, our Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, what is it? It's just some woman who's like, and you know, my husband's always wanted a new deck, so I'll make him the deck and we're going to go to Paris. But I'm a teacher in Iowa and I think I can become a millionaire today. It's like, who gives a shit if she becomes a millionaire? You watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in India? Every episode, they do a documentary about the guy sitting there. And it's Hunger Games. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in India is Hunger Games. Because that kid, whoever is in that seat, is like, well, my family was wiped out in the slum wars of 1997. After that, I was going to kill myself, but I said, no, I must rebuild. But then a small child who would live nearby, he came to me and said, please be my hope, be my mother. And I was so close to killing myself, but I said, for this child I will live. And I will be a light upon this child. And so after that, I started a business. Currently, I employ 27 aunties who also, their husbands have also died. So we're turning their lives around, and then they show footage of them, and they're all like, we made it. And then she goes, if I win this $1 million today, we're going to put it right into the community. We're going to save this. We're going to help that. Compare that to the American. It's not going to stay in business. They're out of business, I think. The American Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, it's like, it worked for a bit. It was okay. I think they're done, dude. I think it's out of business. They tried a couple of hosts, didn't really work. In India, it was a poppin' show. Then they got the most famous person in India to host it. And now every episode, Hunger Games, dude. Every episode, the side story, it's so sad and so fucked up. And you're just like, oh my God, if she doesn't get this money, she's going to die. And it's a lot of women too, I find. I don't know, every time I watch it's women. And my mom will be crying. So do you see the suffering? Look at the suffering they have. And yeah, dude, Cesar Cabrera says that sounds dope. It is dope in a way. It is like, you can't deny it while you're watching it. It's so like, it's like, but you can also just help poor people. You know what I mean? But I guess this is a system. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They don't touch politics. No politics. Just a nice, happy, clean story, you know, of someone who really needs the money, though, man. It's not like American. It's just, what are they going to do? They're going to go to Europe. Who gives a shit? That's part of the story. CEB Applejack is so funny, dude. Let's go to the break time real quick, because CEB Applejack already has, and I wanted to go to Twitter today anyway before I get to Trudeau Mania. I did want to go to Twitter. Oh, but I got to show you who said that motivational speech. Oh my God, what's happening? You guys are going to lose your goddamn minds when I show you who made that motivational speech. Where the hell is it? There we go. Guys, make sure you support this digital ashram. We are building a church of loving kindness. Look at that ashram, dude. Look at that ashram. Like, isn't that beautiful? Actually, I was just talking to a guy today, another writer. Rewind Cat says you could read that again, no complaints here. You know what? We might have to read it again, because I do want to show you the original guy who wrote it. By the way, guesses who wrote that speech, though. And you know what? Let me read it again. So, Babaji, read my latest tweet. I am vindicated. Yo, 100%, we're going to read it. We're going to read it in a second, but first I got to read that speech again. Because I forgot it now. I forgot it. We went on a little Who Wants to Be a Millionaire tangent, didn't we? Well, God is great. We're going to play it. It's a very powerful speech. Okay. Remember this. Nothing worth doing ever, ever, ever came easy. Following your convictions means you must be willing to face criticism from those who lack the same courage to do what is right. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label, because it's the outsiders who change the world, and to make a real and lasting difference, the more a broken system tells you you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead, since they don't want you to win. You must keep pushing forward. Never ever give up. There'll be times where you'll want to quit. You'll want to quit and go home. I can't do it. Just never quit. You will build a future where we have the courage to chase our dreams, no matter the cynics and the doubters have to say. You will have the confidence to speak the hopes in your hearts and express the love that stirs your souls. And you will have a faith to replace a broken establishment and world with a world that serves all the people. Who said it? Who did the speech? What do you guys think? I'm going to show you the real guy who did it. You're not going to believe it. This feels like a reveal show a little bit, where I'm revealing someone, and you're going to be like, no, why'd you do that? Some of you guys might get mad at this. Some of you guys are going to get mad at this. It's incredible speech. Okay, I'm going to pull it up. You guys are not going to believe who said that speech. Once you hear them say it, then you're going to be even more, like, inspired, and then you're going to be like, what the hell did you do? Why'd you do that to me? You know what I mean? But let's just watch it. Okay, this is the opening of the speech. Let's go. What an inspiration.
Your probe into the Russia collusion hoax.
President Trump has just been impeached on both Article 1
The only president of the United States to be...
I don't like him, but I heard it and I was like, it stirred me. Watch.
For a second
January 6th committee releasing its final 845-page report.
Former President Donald Trump has been indicted. remember this. Nothing worth doing ever, ever, ever came easy.
Jesus Christ.
Following your convictions means you must be willing to face criticism from those who lack the same courage to do what is right. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world.
That's true. You know, if you're trying to be an artist, especially, right? It's like you have to. I just saw a great video about this, about how it was called, if you want to be successful, do this. You have to do this, whatever. It's like, it was a great video. It was very counterintuitive. And he was basically saying to be super successful, he was like, everyone says it's hard work. Everyone says it's like being smarter than everyone. Everyone says it's like whatever, right? And he goes, the thing, he studies like a bunch of people, and he's like, the thing that the top people have in common is they have a counterintuitive idea at a time when nobody else believes in it yet. So what makes someone a great entrepreneur, this guy's saying like an entrepreneur, or like what makes like the richest business people, or like the most successful artists even, is someone who has a contrarian idea to what the whole society believes, and it believes in it so much that they just keep pushing it. That's what he's saying. And it's like, if that's the main thing, and that's from Mark Manson, great video. I can't find it. I mean, I should find it, but I can't find it right now. But if that's true, then this is the advice. And I don't think he mentions him, but he's like, that's why people like this become famous.
And to make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead.
This is a party that wants an outsider badly.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
You must keep pushing forward.
It's crazy.
Never, ever give up. There'll be times in your life you'll want to quit, you'll want to go home. I can't do it. I can't do it. Just never quit.
Just never quit.
You will build a future where we have the courage to chase our dreams no matter what the cynic.
Then he even gets to the non-duality. He's saying what stirs in your heart. This is non-duality. That's...
And the doubters
I don't like him. I don't like him. I'm not saying I'm a supporter. I'm just saying this speech, though.
have to say. You will have the confidence to speak the hopes in your hearts.
Podcasters,
And to express the love
dude,
that
that's
stirs
Trump.
your souls. And you will have the faith to replace a broken establishment with a government that serves and protects the people.
That
They're
drum.
not coming after me, they're coming after you. I'm just standing in their way. And I always will stand in their way.
Keep fighting, Mr. President. That's crazy, though. He's not fighting for the people. I just don't see it. Sorry. I don't think he's fighting for the people. I think he's fighting for himself. I think he's a selfish guy. No, you got to say it, but also I do think that he is a psycho. All right, let's see CEE Applejacks. Can I just show you guys something? Because I was showing you guys the video of France and how they're colonizing Niger. And I was trying to show this to you guys last time, and I think I was referencing this. And then look at how they embarrass me, dude. Look at what they do. Where is it? Oh, here we go. So this one, right? Remember I was showing you guys Macron last episode where he's laughing at the president of Niger? And I was telling you guys that the France is still just stealing their resources. So this is what it says. New administration in Niger has raised the price of uranium, reports. Niger provides 25% of the uranium that Europe consumes. The West African state has taken the bold step of increasing its uranium prices from 0.8 kilograms to 80 euro cents, whatever the euro cents are, to 200 euro pounds or euros per kilogram. Will EU states need firewood for the coming winter? Wow. Yeah, because he's cutting them off, apparently. Niger raises the price of uranium. And then, okay, Applejack, I want to get your opinion on this. Then at the bottom, I was sending this to people, and I was like, I felt like I was vindicated, Applejack. I was like, I'm vindicated. I sent this to someone. And then at the bottom, it says, readers added this cut. Niger never sold their uranium for 80 cents. And there are no news reports of Niger increasing their price to 200. It's at 150. And if you look at these different articles, they kind of tell you it's a little bit off, but it's not completely off. Okay, so this was 56.25 a pound on Monday from 56.15. It's going to go up to 140, okay, is what they're saying. So it's not, maybe the numbers are a little exaggerated, but, you know, we got to be careful with these vindications sometimes. I'm going to go to Applejack's. Let's see Applejack's page. And then I got to tell you about some shows I have coming up. Damn it, I forgot to do my show plugs. September 21st will be our Warren Poor Assistance. Stay tuned for time and location. Okay? That's good. Warren Poor, dude, this is the great thing about Applejack is that he's actually out helping poor people. And, you know, I really got to do more of that. Vindication from all these NAFO clowns. Stoltenberg gloats about the fact that Putin invaded Ukraine to prevent NATO expansion. This proves the invasion was provoked, and it is not just Russian propaganda. I mean, you know, Applejack, it's like, you say that, and I don't think, you know, these other people, I don't think they're going to see it and be like, you got me. You know, that's the problem with getting these owns, is that you got it's like, yeah, it just seems like every day shit like this comes out, and then the people who support the war are like, huh, well, yeah. What, do you love Putin or something? It's like, dude, I don't think they're winning even. You know what I mean? Are they winning? Like, are we just destroying Ukraine now? What the fuck is going on over there? It's too long. It's too much money. Too many military contractors getting rich. And, yeah, every day it looks like something like this. This is it, right? NATO expansion caused Russian invasion. Wow. New Age opinion. It is the damnedest thing that you are called a Kremlin agent for saying the war was provoked by NATO expansionism and it serves U.S. interests. Even when NATO and U.S. officials openly admit the same thing, writes Caitlin Johnstone. Yeah. It's crazy, dude. Can I show you something? Actually, this actually is very related to another topic I want to do today. Not this one. This one, you'll like this, dude. This is crazy. So Trudeau went to India for the G7 summit, and apparently, like, India hates him right now. India hates Trudeau. They think he's a Khalistan operative. They think he's out here working for the Khalistanis. It's a very common conspiracy theory in India, okay? And people don't like it. And in general, people are saying that he has soured Canada's look in India's eyes. And you know, this is not, you guys know that I've been saying this for a while. India is the next superpower. The West is finished. America is on the decline. The Hindu is rising. The Hindu will be the top superpower in the next 10 years. And all the economists are saying it, and anyone who has a half a goddamn brain is saying it. So for this ding-a-ling to go to India, for this guy to go to India and say this, Applejack, this is going to piss you off too. This is so silly. What a dummy.
Would have been much
here.
if it was just
language on Ukraine. Summit declaration that conceded the language on Ukraine was weaker than he wanted.
If it was just up to me, the leader's declaration would have been much stronger. The G20 is a...
Who do you think you are? You're going to fucking India and saying your declaration on Ukraine wasn't strong enough. Who do you think you are? Why would they give a shit? That's the next question. This is some kind of like colonizer syndrome where it's like, you think anyone gives a shit what you think? Cesar Cabrera says he went to India and didn't visit the Patels? No. CEB Applejack, you think that Trudeau is an agent of the Khalistan? That's interesting.
Extremely disparate group, and we worked very hard to get as strong language as we possibly could.
It wasn't just the language on Ukraine that was weak, but also on climate change. There was no...
Dude, for him to go to India, even climate change, dude. The Western countries polluted the whole planet building up their economies, and now the poor countries have to do it. And it's like, listen, man, if some country goes underwater, we'll fucking pay for it when we pay for it. Right now, these kids are here, they're starving. That's kind of the attitude, I think, on climate change. But also, it's not clear enough. But no, but going back to the Ukraine thing, like, who do you think you are telling going to India and saying, you guys have to have stronger language on Ukraine. Why would they give a shit, you psycho? Who do you think you are? You go to India and you're telling them, why would they care? You know, there's like a genocide happening everywhere this is the G20. It's not the G7 with Western countries where no fighting. This, I bet, okay, let's look at the countries that are in the G20. See, this is the other crazy thing too, is that G20 includes Russia. So it's like, what did you think? That Russia was going to do a statement saying like, we condemn Russia? They said they still said they back Ukraine. This is definitely colonizer denial syndrome. CDS, colonizer denial syndrome. This guy is a colonizer and he doesn't know it because he doesn't understand that like you've gone to another country and they don't care what you like. They have their own problems. So they're not sitting there going like, oh my God, you have a war? Oh, okay, here, take everything. That's what these psychopaths want from India. They want them to be like, they want them to act as if like they don't have problems. And also, it's the G20. Russia's on the board. Russia's one of the members. What are they going to say? We condemn you. They said we back Ukraine. Let's go back to what they said. The joint communique at the summit calls for respect of territorial integrity and sovereignty in the Ukraine conflict. G20 statement backs Ukraine but omits Russia blame for war. Okay, well, listen, I hate to break it to you, but the rest of the world does think it's more complicated. Sorry, it's not your world anymore. We don't care that you think that you're in charge of everyone. And you know, I guess people, they just don't get it. They just don't get it. And India is sick of him. Let's see some India reporting on this. Let's see some India rips on this. No, we'll go to that after. Let's do this one. Snubbed Trudeau. This is the Hindustan Times. Let's take a look at it. Sorry. Snubbed Trudeau remains stranded in India on plane. After scolding. See, this is what they're saying. He got scolded by Modi. Trudeau experiences the same flight delays he has imposed on Canadians. Oh, damn. See, Pierre Poilievre obviously has to get in there. Put a few jabs in. Canadian media opposition worsens stranded PM Justin Trudeau's woes. He's here now. He got the plane fixed. That's beautiful, right? At first I was like, that's so beautiful that they did this. They're in India, so they brought in this real beautiful thing. It's a picture, but it's so nice that if you look at the Indian flag, there's like a circle in the middle. That's what it is. It is a chakra. It is a chakra. It's like we have 7 chakras in our body, but then each planet and each country has their own chakras, I guess. It is your life force moving forward in time. And this chakra represents the collective life force of India moving forward through time, dancing in the Leela, playing in the Leela. But, you know, it's great symbolism, you know? I really thought that they were at this location, but I guess they just have a picture of it. Because I couldn't tell until I saw that picture flash. That picture flash looks like it's on a picture. Trudeau stuck in India due to plane snag. Apparently he got scolded, though. That's so nice. See, Modi's such a nice guy. Unlike the American like Trump is such a jerk that if he didn't like someone, he'd be like, he'd like grab him and, you know, like pull him in and be like, hey, slap their dick. You know what I mean? He's the kind of, I think he does that. I've seen him do shit like that. Trump, he's crazy. Let's do Trump greeting world leaders. Let's see it. He's a maniac with it. That's not awkward. I missed it, whatever he did there. Emmanuel Macron. See that? He's like pulling him in, and he's like, I'm the one in charge. Don't you ever forget it, you piece of shit. Get out of here. And then he slaps him on the dick, probably. This is the best. This one where he just goes like, I'm in front, out of my way. And then he did the body language, dude. He's crazy. He did such a overhanded point on that.
Thank you very much.
Nothing weird there. Here he's just kind of like, I don't want to talk to you. She's probably like, you know, there's very important discussion issues we can discuss. We could save lives if we talk right now, and we can settle some things. Many could save lives. And he's just like, shut up. They got a woman in charge? I don't like it. Something like that, maybe. He's like, okay. How else do you do it? I don't know. These guys, what do they want? Some of these are not that awkward.
What did they say? Please.
What did he say?
Please.
He said, look at me. Oh, please look at me. Wow, dude. Because he's from Japan, so he's probably like, please, if you don't look at me, I will be seen as inferior, and then they will kill me in my country. Please, look at me. Look at me, or they will say I'm only your peon and a slave of you, and in my country, someone will kill me. Surely, please, if you don't look at me. Something like that, probably. Who knows, man? What do you do? What you don't do is you don't go and say, hey, I want you to be more strong on the Ukraine war. It's like, who do you think you are, dude? You tell them what to do? Where were we? I think this is it.
No commitment to end subsidies on oil and gas, and no...
That's fair. No, that wasn't it. Oh. Okay. We got to watch this. This is so sick, this trailer. You guys are going to lose your goddamn minds. Honestly, I dare you all to watch this movie. This is a trailer that if you see this trailer, once we see the trailer, I'm going to be like, I dare you to watch this movie. And you guys in the audience are going to be like, I cannot watch that. Like, I'll have nightmares for the rest of my life if I watch that. It's the most fucked up, scariest trailer I'm going to show you in a second. But let me just look at the comments real quick. What's up, everybody? Jackknife, look at me. Cesar Cabrera says, Ashoka. If you lose sleep over Ukraine, then imagine Africa, imagine the Middle East, imagine Iraq and all of their car issues. Now imagine Russia was the USA. Yeah, I mean, it's so weird that some people don't get it. But that's what they say about people who have a low vibration. It's the people operating at a lower vibration because they are operating from a model of like separation and us against them. You know, it's been a while since we pulled the scale of righteousness. Yeah, the fighting mentality is a lower vibration. And I guess because the people here, I feel like we're for peace and we want fighting to stop. And it does seem like in poorer countries, they're kind of looking at this situation like, just stop fighting. Like the longer you fight with each other and the more you start investing in weapons and, you know, long-term plan, like cluster bombs, which are a human rights violation, you know, the more you escalate. Both of you have nuclear weapons. So the more you escalate, this is not a good idea. We have to figure out a way to love each other. It's hard sometimes, you know, but let's not pretend like there's this obvious one side. Like, they're acting like one side is like they've done nothing wrong. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing with the Americans. They act like they've like nothing on their side. Like I'm not saying that it's all NATO's fault, but like say something is NATO's fault. You know what I mean? Just bring it up as just use your common sense here. Like, what are you doing in your NATO? Like, they disbanded in 91. These are all legitimate conversations. Like, I mean, don't act like, How dare you? Like, oh, well, we have to go. But the people that are committed to that view that we have to go, they are in a lower vibration. They are in darkness and ignorance. They're basically, what happens is, and there's a great episode of Black Mirror like this, where basically in this Black Mirror episode, all these people, it's like they keep saying like that these animals are coming to fight them, and they're like vermins that they have to exterminate, right? So for the whole episode, they're like these scary looking bugs, and then at the end you find out that the government put these implants in their eyes to make it look and sound like their enemies, who are just other human beings. They have these ocular implants that make them look like these monsters. And that's exactly what happens when two communities have traumatized each other over the years and hurt each other and harassed each other. This is what happens, that you just start to see like, this person's an enemy. I can't trust them. You know, you're going deeper and deeper into darkness. So we are actually the more righteous ones of Applejack, and we are vindicated. But I'm about to show you guys a trailer that like, it's late right now and I don't want to watch it. Like, it scares me. And it's not scary like horror movie scary. It's scary like geopolitics, how fucked up the world can get. You guys are going to thank me for this. And then I think we'll go to sleep after this. But you guys are going to thank me for this. This is the most incredible movie that I can't watch. I can't watch this movie. It looks too sad and scary for me. That's how sad it is. But just watch it, and we'll have a discussion on it. And it's going to lead to a great discussion about geopolitics and American foreign policy. But let's get it. Oh my God, it's one of the saddest things I've ever seen. But it's good, but it's important, and I think you guys should watch it. So just watch it. Just see how deep someone can go. See the depths of Kali Yuga, of the Kali Yuga time we are living in. This is truly the depths of Kali Yuga. Let's take a look at it.
Bagus, cuman jangan lama kali nangis ya.
Oh my God, do you think I'm going to get a copyright strike for this? It says I'm in excellent condition right now. Okay, let's go back to it.
Action. Itu definisi kejahatan perang. Itu buatan orang yang menang. Saya pemenang.
He says war crimes are defined by the winners. I am the winner. This is honestly, like, I don't wish this upon the West. But eventually, just based on the nature of Kali Yuga, it probably will come back to us. It's very sad to think about, but let's watch it.
Tolong, Bapak.
Yang saya harapkan tadi tidak sampai begitu tadi. Nggak bisa diulangi.
That's so sad that he's like, he tortured all these people. He tortured a million people. He obviously did it for 2 seconds. He's like, put the blindfold on me and like yell. And then after 2 seconds, he goes, I can't do this. That's so sad and funny and sad. Dude, he just had the blindfold on. He goes, I can't do this. I can't do that again. He did 1 second, dude. Groundbreaking documentary. I did this to so many people. I constantly have I sinned? Oh, you've sinned, brother. You've sinned. Look at these awards he's getting. The act of killing. What an incredible piece of art. And like, I'll tell you, his memories of murder. Okay. Let me just say a couple of things about the context of this. So what happened was, I think this is Cambodia, or I forget which country, but basically in this country, what happens is some of them are going to go communist. So the U.S. government basically finds the other guy, basically these guys, they come in and they say, we'll pay you whatever you need, just got to get rid of those communists. So these guys get started killing these other people, whoever's a communist. First it starts with that, and then they're having so much fun and it's so easy to just go around killing people, and I guess they're enjoying it in some sick, twisted way, that after a while, they just pick a minority and they go, those guys are all communists. So then they start going in on this minority. This is all funded by the U.S. government, by the way. And it just shows you their irrational fear of communism has really caused maybe more death. Because you know what they do with communism? They do two things. One is they put too many deaths on it. Like they say 100 million people died in Russia because of communism. You had a dictator. You got attacked by Hitler. Okay? I'm not saying I like communism. I'm just saying, like, let's be rational and, like, realistic with how history works and how the numbers work. You can't just say 100 million people died of communism. That's not even a sentence. It's very subjective. There's so many subjective opinions in there. It's like what you think that. You want to attribute those deaths to communism. But other historians, I think probably more mainstream historians would say, and these guys would say that they're leftist or whatever, but more mainstream historians would say it's like they were attacked by Hitler, so 30 million died World War II, really defending the rest of us. And then 20 million maybe were killed by him, and because Stalin was a psycho. I just don't think Stalin believed in workers' rights. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, all that aside, this movie, it shows you what the price of the fear of communism is. This is a true price of the fear of communism. The fear of it does more damage, you could say. I mean, look at this movie. It's insane what this guy did. He killed so many people, and he was all funded by the U.S. government in the name of, like, well, we got to do anything to stop communism, because what if communism shows up? And in that way, the biggest sinners, they think they're being righteous. You know? So it's interesting. That's one of the things that the darkness teaches you. That's what the darkness and the ignorance, what it does, is when you're low in righteousness, and you'll notice this even in life, like people who are like really sad, and they're like, it's so hard for me. Like people who complain all the time, like, it's so hard for me. Life's too hard. You have it easy, but I have it hard. It's like they just want to complain about shit all the time. They think they're righteous. They think they're being oppressed and I have to fight back and this and that. It's like, come on, man. But that is living in low vibration. Yeah. See, righteousness is its own reward, because then you're higher and then you don't get caught up in these fights and you're living a more happier and peaceful life. Any fight that you're in, if you're in any kind of feeling towards another national group or another religious group, if there's any feeling in your heart of like, these people are evil, this is a drain on your energy, you could say, and it's a drain on the Earth's energy. And maybe it's what we're here to overcome. We're here to overcome these sufferings by going through and transcending and coming up, and maybe that is our karmas, to tell the people. And maybe that's my big contradictory idea, people. And that's the big contradictory idea of this ashram, is that love is stronger than fear. And fighting is wrong, man. I'm not saying I'm against the people of Ukraine. But this fight can't just go on forever, right? Like, it's time to get realistic about... I mean, it's been time to get realistic about it. And unfortunately, no one's going to change. It's basically going to have to be a culture war over here for them. It's going to have to be... Republicans aren't going to fix it either. They're not going to stop. It's got to be, like, political will. And it's crazy, too, because as much as these guys, like Trump goes to India and says, you guys don't support Russia enough, you know what's crazy? Is that I did find this article, too. This is insane. Poll. Majority of Americans... oppose more... God damn it. More U.S. aid for Ukraine in war with Russia. I mean, they're even opposing it in America. So it's so crazy that Trudeau would go to India and be like, I would have liked to see stronger language on Ukraine. Shut the fuck up. Who are you? I would have liked to see stronger language. They said we back Ukraine. I would have liked to see that language wasn't strong enough for me, and I wanted stronger language on it. And I wanted them to say that they oppose Russia. Idiot, Russia's in the G20. It's ridiculous. Let's go to our... But these are the times, people. We are in Kali Yuga. It is the time of highest suffering. And it's crazy because Cesar Cabrera says that was cool. They all are fascists. Yeah. Did you guys know about that trailer? That's crazy, right? And it's crazy too because as we get closer and closer to World War III, it looks like that's where it's going. It looks like that's where it's going, and the only people that are speaking out against it, and I'm very proud to say, it's the comedians. Tim Dillon is doing a lot of content on it. Dave Smith is doing a lot of great stuff on anti-war stuff. His whole comedy special was anti-war. We should cover that, actually. We should cover those. All the comedians who are speaking, everyone who's speaking anti-war, very righteous, and it's very important for the culture. And it is vibration raising, I think. It is vibration raising, because I do think in our hearts, it does break our hearts to see that people are dying in the world. So we do want to hear about it. We want to hear pontifications. We want to hear other options. And, politics is downstream from culture. So if we can influence the culture for enough people to say this does not make sense, it will eventually trickle into the politics and the politics will change. God damn it, we can change it. We can change it. You can change it. Rewind Cat, it says, is India still buying gas from Russia? Rewind Cat, I love you, but is it any of our business? Is it really? What right do we have to tell them you're allowed to buy gas from here and not from here? As if the Americans aren't buying and selling gas from a bunch of criminals. The Saudis are bombing Yemen. How come he doesn't go to one of their meetings and say, hey, Saudi Arabia, you're not allowed to just bomb Yemen. We're not going to buy your oil anymore. No one's saying that. What is said that the Americans... Anyway, love you, baby. It's okay. I mean, listen. And also, listen. You say, is India buying gas from Russia? An Indian person can't say no to cheap oil. Cheap gas, they got to take it. It is our culture. And that is our community. And we won't be attacked on that. And listen, the Hindu is rising. And the Hindu will make decisions for themselves. Let me tell you this. If, every time India's still... And I used to live there. And it's getting better. It's going to rule us all in another 10 years. But they do have, there is a lot of people. And there is a lot of poverty. And I do imagine that when they get gas that cheap, it saves lives, okay? It's not like here where it's like they need cheaper gas so that we can all go to Walmart. When I was a kid, my parents, this is after my parents were rich. My parents are fucking rich, right? If I leave the house and I only have one errand, they say, just for one thing, gas too expensive. Gas too expensive. See, it's almost like in the West, we want gas. We need cheap gas because we just want to go to Walmart 5 times, go get Taco Bell 5 times. We're just chilling, kind of. I mean, I'm not saying that nobody has jobs, but it's more chill. In India, the cheap gas, I think, saves lives. It's like we need this gas to survive. And if Russia's giving us a deal on gas, we got to take it, man. What the fuck? There's 1.6 billion people he's got to manage. He can't say no to cheap gas. You got to take the cheap gas. Jackknife, speaking of cheap oil, did your mom get that leaked oil in her parking spot cleaned up? Jackknife, the way you worded that, it just sounded like I was walking into a mother joke. It just sounded like I was walking... Speaking of oil change, I gave your mom an oil change when I wetted up her pussy in the fucking... I thought you were going to say something like that. And that's how rotten my mind is. The mind is rotten. But, Cesar Cabrera says, so Putin is doing God's work. Hell no, dude. Oh, for India. No, I wouldn't say Putin's doing God's work. Look, they're all thick as thieves, y'all. They're all thick as thieves. He's a criminal too. I mean, I'm not saying he's a dictator. Nobody's supporting him, but it's just Kali Yuga. We're gonna see each other as enemies right now. The world is such that we see each other as enemies, and that's why it's so important that you guys support this Digital Ashram, this Church of Loving Kindness. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. And Putin is not doing God's work. Germany, France, the EU buys 3 times more gas from Russia than India does. Yes, thank you very much. This is why we need Applejack here to come in with these facts. Cabrera. That's why we need Applejack here with that ranch and with those facts. Cabrera. Germany, France, the EU. It's true. The EU buys 3 times more gas from Russia than India. So what the hell is this? Putin is an imperialist as well, but we are the ones pushing death. Yeah, it's true. Nobody's killing more people than the Americans. It's so sad. And all in the name of saving everyone. That's the crazy thing. It's all in the name of like, oh, if there's a terrorist, we got to do something. It's like, you're the terrorist, man. But this again goes back to the shadow projection. And this is a great thing I saw. I saw a great video about this where these guys were saying that they're talking about like shadow projection. And they're basically saying that like, that every time people are in a fight, they're projecting themselves onto someone else and they're saying that person's doing this and this and this, but it's always them doing it. And you can see it with the Democrats and Trump, where the Democrats are like, he's so evil that we have to be evil to defeat him. So it's like a projection. They're projecting their evil onto him, and then they're being evil to defeat the evil that they projected over there. It's a double-sided mirror. The projection, and then it goes after the project. You know what I mean? You're projecting, and then you're fighting your own projection. And that's what all of life could be. Some people say that everything starts off as a one loving kindness energy, and then the separation is created with some kind of a energy separator of the darkness and the light. But I don't totally understand it yet. We're going to have teachings on this coming soon, coming on the channel. We're going to have some powerful teachings on this. But the way that your ego works on an individual level, right? Let's just say someone's making you mad in life. Let's put on some music for this. This is very important. This is Prophet 7 by Noir A. Blanc V from the YouTube Creator Library. And you're listening to the Drip, 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 Rip and Dip on YouTube. Yeah, but they basically say that if anyone makes you angry or creates a triggering emotion in you, fear, anger, bitterness, anything, if someone triggers a feeling in you, the reason why they can trigger it in you, the reason why some people get offended by it and some people get triggered is because they also have the shadow trait because they're projecting something. So basically they're seeing something. Every time someone makes you mad, it's because you can see something that you are condemning in yourself in them. That's the shadow projection. That's why when you do shadow work or loving kindness meditation, they teach you to imagine your enemy and then imagine your enemy as a child. And then imagine that enemy as a child and a cute child. Cute, you have to make them cute. And they're cute little children. And now you're seeing that and then they even teach you to watch the emotional trauma that's making your enemy become the way that you hate so much. And only through that process can you remember that this is a child of God, and you can forgive it, and then you can react to them correctly. Then they don't trigger you, and you can just stop them or do whatever you have to do with them. But if anyone's triggering you, it means that you are projecting. It is a shadow. They are showing to you some part of yourself that you hate. Yes, that's correct. What do you guys think in the comments before we leave? We're all like mirrors for each other. That's right. That's right. FYI, Saudi Arabia applied to join BRICS as well as Spain. Yeah, dude. What is this BRICS? It's coming, eh? So many Western analysts are like, it's nothing. Just fooling around. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell also because punditry, like I said earlier, I'm the only certified pundit on YouTube. And a lot of these other guys, they say they're pundits, but what's their certification? They did an economics degree? It's a soft science. Economics is a soft science, dude. So just because someone has an economics degree... I remember there's this guy, Peter... not Peter Thiel, I forget his name, but he's an economics kind of guy, like he's a business economics analyst or whatever. And he constantly says that there's going to be an economic crash coming. But he's been saying it for 20 years. So over 20 years, yeah, there's been a couple of economic crashes. And he says, I called it. I told you. I called it. So, no, but we have certified punditry here. And that's why we have a high vibration stream. Thanks for coming, Justin. Appreciate you. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming up, man. Oh, 3 shows coming up. Let me open my Instagram real quick. Damn, I can't believe I forgot to do this at the beginning. Okay, hold on. Got it. I don't know why this is called a wink wink comedy, but you know what? It's going to be a good time. Let's pull it up. It's called a wink wink back to school comedy, which makes me worry. You know what I mean? It's like, what kind of... Uh-oh, what did I pull up? What silly video of myself did I pull up? Hold on. There we go. So this is I'm going to be in London, Ontario for this one. There we go. Wink, wink comedy, back to school. Wink, wink, back to school. I don't really know what that means. I don't know why they're calling it wink, wink, back to school. Wink, wink comedy, back to school. Interesting. I mean, the venue's called Winks Cafe, so that's why it's called that. Winks Eatery Inc. It's at Winks Eatery Inc. in London, Ontario. I'm headlining. G. Gatija is the host. Incredible guy. Great guy. We're talking about making a movie together. So now's the time to get in on the ground floor. Come see us live early on before the fame hits, and then you're not going to be able to get the tickets. Sorry to yell, but it's not, you know what I mean? It's very important that you get the tickets because who knows, 6-8 months, once that movie pops off, we're gone then. Sorry. That's going to be in London, Ontario, September 21st. That's next Thursday. It's going to be a great time. Then this one is Saturday, October 21st, Bayfield Brewing Company. Very excited for that. Great lineup. All great people. Love them. Let's go to this. This is just me doing this. And then I have a show in Orangeville in like 2 weeks. I'm going to have that poster up today. I thought I already posted it, but I did not make... I swear to God, I've been posting, and then it doesn't show up on the thing. So make sure you check that out on there. Like I said, hit the like, hit the subscribe, be good to each other. Wait a minute, let me support this digital ashram. We need to, we need your likes and subscribes, raising the vibration. Were you doing the Carlton dance? I was singing Party All the Time by Eddie Murphy. My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time. Great song, great song. Eddie Murphy, who knew? Comedian, stand-up comedian. Just has a banger track out like that. Incredible track. But make sure you support this digital ashram. Man, I got some very exciting stuff coming up, actually. Thursday, I'm meeting with a writer, and we're going to get together and do some sketches. Yeah. And, at first when I talked to him about writing sketches, I didn't think, he produces live shows, great guy, and he's in the city producing live shows. And he saw an episode of the podcast, and when I told him I want to do some sketches, I had some spiritual ideas. He's like, yeah, let's do spiritual ones, and then it can match with the podcast. So he watches the pod, and then he told me a bunch of jokes from the podcast. Can you believe it? Someone asked me if my mom got the oil stains from the driveway cleaned up. I can answer that question. I did get the oil stains from the driveway cleaned up. What I did was I poured this cat litter over it, and it matches the color of the driveway so good that she hasn't noticed it. You just literally can't tell. I put cat litter over it. Cat litter dust. That powder, that rocky powder you get for cat litter, I just put that over the oil spot. Let me tell you, that's the best oil spot solution. I Googled it, $10 for a bag, still got most of the bag left. So if there's any other oil spots, spot check them, but it only works for my type of driveway. We have this gray, pebbly driveway, so the cat litter just mixes into it. So that's it. Steve Bearwald is here. Steve Bearwald, I was just saying, that's the one we're gonna meet up on Thursday to write and figure out some sketches. That was great, man. It was good. We went to a industry party yesterday, like a film party at this place called Archipelago Films. It's a company called Archipelago Films. Very cool, doing a lot of cool sketch comedy stuff. A lot of good stuff in Toronto. They get funding for people. Great crew. Sexy parties. The parties get sexier every time. Every time the party gets sexier. This time, there wasn't dancing. People didn't dance, but there was a DJ, and people got very close. Closer to the DJ than ever before. This is the third party I've done. I dance, and I'm encouraged to dance because the moves are good. But unfortunately, it's a film party. I remember when I went to the Writers Union Christmas party like 2 years ago, I had to start the dance floor. People won't dance. Writers Guild, what are you gonna do? They're chill, they're not dancing. I don't know, I had to start the dance floor, I swear to God. Comedy bar, we dance. This place, yeah, you know, I had to start it up. But I forgot what was I talking about? I was talking about, which place was I talking about? Sorry, let's play a different song. This is a great track. This is called Funky Rida by Noir Blancvie on the Drip and Dip on YouTube. Oh, I was gonna say last week. Oh no. Okay, yeah. So it's a very upscale, sexy film party, and this is the fourth time I went. And each time I go, there's more people, and it's pushing people closer and closer to the DJ. So I think on the next party, I'm gonna go prepared, and Steve's here in the comments. We'll go prepared with some dance moves. But I feel like we gotta get 2 girls with us too, to also go hard with the dancing.
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
Cesar Cabrera is a little buttercup. You know what? Actually, I did want to talk about one other thing. This is actually making the rounds on the internet. This is a big topic right now. This is a big one. In the men's rights community. I'm 29 and single. This is a big topic in the men's rights community, and this music is making me want to just bring it up as a topic and talk to the community about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how people are fighting in the community right now. Right now, there's a guy from the Daily Wire, and he tweeted at her and ripped her in the tweet, and it's going viral. It's going viral because the community is so divided that people are eating up these online fights between men and women, and it's making me sick. Let's watch it. But get groovy with that song, dude. What a good track.
And I don't have kids yet. Here's what it's 10:45 a.m. on a Saturday. I'm 29 and single, and I don't have kids yet. Here's what your Saturday morning looks like when you're single at 29 and you don't have a kid running around the house. I didn't rise from my bed until 10:15. Every time I thought I should probably...
Honestly, this is kind of relatable. My sisters both have kids. It's a lot of work. But she doesn't have kids, right? What's wrong with it? Let's keep
get
going.
Up and do something. I thought, why? Nobody's making me. I'm not missing out on anything. I went to Beyonce last night, and I didn't get home until 1 a.m. And I danced and drank my little heart out, and I didn't pay a babysitter to watch my kids as I did that. And I woke up a tad hungover this morning, which is probably why I was in bed for so long.
Yeah, that's fair. Listen, the drinking is probably not the best idea. I gotta stop myself. But dancing at the Beyonce concert, this is very good for the culture. It's very good for the community. To me, that is like, there's a lot of spiritual teachers who will tell you, that is like going to church. It's not different. It's not a lesser spiritual activity even than church. To go to a live music show and be involved and dance with a whole big community. This is a spiritual service. And they're giving sermons. Beyonce has beautiful sermons to tell you about. The music is like poetry, and it's the dancing and music itself. You know, the Sufis, I've said this before, but the Sufis say that God is not a person, but the feeling you get when you hear a good piece of music. That's how I feel when I hear this kind of guitar come in. That's so good. For the YouTube Creator Library, dude, to just give it to us for free. Have gratitude. Have gratitude. Wow. What a great track.
And I was just scrolling on my phone and I saw a picture of shakshuka and I thought, you know what sounds really good? Maybe I'm gonna learn how to make shakshuka today.
She's making the shakshuka. That's productive. So going out, dancing, partying, that's God's work. The only thing I'd say here, if I can give my 2 cents as a spiritual teacher, is that guilt you have about like, I should wake up early and I should do this and that, even drop that guilt, which is kind of what she's doing. But there's kind of like a sense of like, I should have been up and out of bed and doing things all day, but no, you don't. You know, even if you have kids, man, some of the best people, some of the people I know who have kids are people who have kids and they'll make it work, man. They'll go to the party, they'll come home hungover, and then they'll wake up with the kid and be like, baby, I love you, but I'm hungover, so just fucking cool it. But they're not going to say fucking cool it. If anything, kid helps them. So you don't have to be single for that. That's just like, you can live life like that too, I think, with kids.
Today. Because I have no plans and I don't have kids and I don't have a husband and I don't have errands to run. I can...
What?
Which is really spicy at the store, and learn how to make shakshuka. So that's on my agenda today. Also on my agenda, probably a rewatch of some Real Housewives of New York. I'm also doing a rewatch of Normal People on Hulu, which is really spicy and I highly recommend. Weirdly, I'm into this documentary on Netflix about blue zone countries, so I've got a pretty stacked day. Anyway, I say all this to say, whenever I'm hard on myself about why I'm not married and I don't have kids and I should be further along at 29, almost 30, I wouldn't want to do anything else this Saturday. And I know that you can do all these things when you have kids and you're married, and I understand, but the effortlessness and ease of my life, just kind of focusing on myself and the shakshuka I want to make or the Beyonce concert I want to go to really pays off when I'm hard on myself for not being where society tells me I should be in life.
Boom. So it's like TikTok gives you a little mic drop sound effect. Matt Walsh, this is the guy from that what's it called? Daily Wire, so ultra right wing. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like these women living their lives, being free, fancy free. Matt Walsh says her life doesn't revolve around her family. Her life doesn't revolve around her family and kids, so instead it revolves around TV shows and pop stars. Worst of all, she's too stupid to realize how depressing this is. Here's the thing, Matt. What if your kid turns out to be a loser? And I'm not wishing that on you. I'm not wishing that on you. But what if your kid murders someone? It could happen, dude. And you're going to feel like a real piece of shit. You know that? Dedicating your entire life talking this shit just because some girl said, hey, she even said, she was nice at the end. She even said, look, you can do it. You can have kids and do it. And that's okay too. But I don't have kids, and that's okay too, and we can be proud, and we can live. And that's a good message I thought she had. She had a very powerful message. And this guy's got to come in and say, this is all depressing and your life sucks. Listen, Matt, all well and good as soon as those kids grow up and they're not complete losers. Because I've seen it happen, brother. Hardworking, good, conservative men like you don't always get to choose the kid, man. You don't always get to choose the kids. Sometimes they're mental health issues. Sometimes they're just different than you. Sometimes maybe this repressive conservative thing, you could like repress one of your kids into just blowing up and being a complete... I'm not wishing it on you. You know, good people have bad kids. Bad people have good kids. I'm not wishing it on you. But this thing, I've seen it backfire too, where people just dedicate their whole life to their kid. And then the kid, man. Like, I've seen some fucked up kids, okay? We have a guy in our family, he's putting up videos saying, fuck you, Dad, you're a piece of shit. Video on Facebook. His dad's given him, the last time his dad was over here, his dad goes, he wants another 30,000. I don't know what to do. So I'll just send it. And he's just going to send it. He's going to send his kid another $30,000 because he's in gambling debt, cocaine problem, punch his dad in the face, call the cops on the dad. And if the money doesn't come quick enough, he picks up the phone and just goes on Facebook Live, Instagram Live on the stories. He goes, fuck you, Dad. You're a piece of shit. You fucking ruined my life. You made me into a gambler. You made me into a cocaine addict. And you're a piece of shit. And you're selling my ass out. And you're out there with everyone else like a piece of shit. and I fucking hate you. And when I see you, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face, Dad. Go fuck yourself. And just boop, puts up videos like that. I swear to God. And then they get deleted. I think the next day he comes and deletes them. But I've been sent videos to my phone of this guy doing it, man. And his dad's a great guy. His dad's one of the nicest people I've ever met. Oh my God, his dad's so great. I love this guy's dad. I'm telling you, man, his dad, one of the sweetest men you'll ever know. So hardworking. Came with nothing. Built it all himself. Did everything himself, dude. This guy. I want to play that last track one more time. It's such a good song.
Wow,
but hey,
we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
You guys are being a bunch of little buttercups. It's 11:11. Make a wish. God is great. That's the God. That's the angel time. Angels coming in. Funky Rider. This is the song. This is Funky Rider by Noir et Blanc V from the YouTube Creator Library, and you're listening to the drip, 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 rip and dip on YouTube. And we got a beautiful ashram. Just look at that ashram, people. Look at how beautiful that ashram is. Look at how beautiful it is. We are building a beautiful digital ashram. And it's located on an electron cloud in your heart, you know? So make sure you hit the like and hit the subscribe, because we're going to it's all vibration raising. You know, even the stories that I tell, when you hear about this rich kid, there's some vibration raising forgiveness that should be appearing in you. His dad need discipline him, and don't mean beating him. And I don't mean beating him. Cesar Cabrera, yeah. You know what's so sad is that the dad's such a nice guy. His other kids are, well, I don't know. Who knows? Listen. Who are we to make judgments, you know, on whether this guy's dad was his fault? I remember though, my dad, when he was alive, he would always say that this guy's, something's not right about him. And I'm like, what? And my dad would be like, his kid punched him in the face. He must have done something. And I'm like, come on, dude. I used to always tell my dad, I'm like, what did he do? Kid punched him in the face. My dad goes, he fucking did something. I don't know this guy. I don't trust him. Yeah, my dad always thought he was weird or something off with him. But honestly, he's a sweet guy. You know? And great guy, probably very much like Matt Walsh, conservative ethics. You know? Going around trying to tell people what to do. But worked hard for the kids, man. Really worked hard for the kids. Did anything they wanted. Took them anywhere. First dad had a lot of money. Very hardworking in his business. Did everything right. And then the kid turns out like that. And then you got to look back and now you got to watch the video of this girl on TikTok and be like, hey, I don't even have kids. I didn't do shit today. I'm having a great life. I went to Beyonce yesterday. It's great. And then, you know, sometimes I do think that conservatives, this is what I shouldn't say conservatives, but like people who get mad at you for not being married, I always find are never in a happy marriage. And so there's some bitterness in them that's saying, how come you don't have to do it? Oh, just be single. I'm single. You fucking idiot. You're depressed. You're stupid. It's like, maybe you wanted to be single. It makes me think he's gay, to be honest. Is that going too far? What do you guys think? It makes me think he's gay. Like, all these conservative men that are yelling at women and saying that nobody should be gay and everyone should be in marriage, whatever. Like, it's like all the black commentary that's out about where it's like black guys. This fucking music is so good. It's like Kevin Samuels, all those black commentators talking shit about like women or ruining society, whatever. They're always divorced. You know, like their whole channel is yelling, like just yelling at women for like, why aren't you married? Why don't you have kids? You ruined your life. You wasted your life. You ruined everything. Stop being a victim. Stop being a crybaby and get it done, whatever. But it's like, aren't you being a crybaby? Aren't you being a victim? Just because your marriage didn't work out? And now you got this chip over your shoulder of like, everyone else has to do it perfect and get married and do this and that. It's like, I don't know. I'm with the TikTok girl. I'm with the girl on TikTok. But tell me what you guys think. And Oh, CEB Applejack has a topic for us. Let's take a look at it. He says, send it to you on Instagram. Let's take a look. Internet's very slow right now, so it's coming in. Oh, I like this one. I like the last one you sent me to. I like... Dude, the last video you sent me is so funny. It's where the people living in such a shit house, dude. This is... I gotta play the other video you sent me too, just for the Canadian real estate market. It's goddamn ridiculous.
Are you a cat?
No.
Can you tell me what a cat is?
This is actually a genuine mistake. I am sorry I even came up there.
You want to tell us what a woman is?
Where does a guy get a right to say what a woman is? Women only know what women are.
Are you a cat?
No.
Can you tell me what a cat is?
Okay, let's go easy on the men's rights content. This one I did like.
Holy fuck.
I agree that it is so fucked up that in our culture right now, you can't just say what a woman is. It's like, come on, man. Just say vagina. You can't say vagina. Or you can't say vagina because then that's transphobic. Okay, fuck. Someone with a vagina or a guy who identifies as someone who has a vagina. That's it. Done. We're done. The guy makes a movie. It's like, who cares, man? This is really sad, and this really shows the state of Canadian real estate market. Let's take a look at it.
Holy fuck. Babe, it's gonna... I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You see this? Look at that. Look at that. This is very satisfying. It satisfies. Canadian real estate is finished. It's so brown. It's the
Babe, it's gonna... I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
It's actually brown. That's the thing.
Holy...
It delivers on that. Look at that, dude. Look at that. That's a hard stream of pure shit, dude. I feel like it's almost like a giant... I don't know if there's a real estate issue or like a giant took a shit upstairs and it broke the toilet and then... Or maybe it's just a buildup of shit for 7-8 months and then something burst up there and now it came to the drywall and they're just like, that's it, it's coming. And also, the drywall is acting like a strainer and it's letting the water through and it's keeping the poop up. So this is concentrated poop, I think. It's after the water came out. But then they would say that it smells, right? They would, because the water would smell. If that's the case. Maybe it's some slut. What is it? Does anyone know what it is? Applejack, what is it? It looks like a scene from Alien. Yeah. It's less scary than the Alien, because Alien, it's like an alien does this out of a woman's womb, doesn't it? It's like it just squirts out of the woman's womb and then it's like gives birth to itself like that. This is clearly a real estate issue. The real estate market is fucked. You know, this is a sign of what's coming in the real estate market. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. I don't want to be low vibration about it. That's Trudeau destroying Canada, Zerify says. Okay, Mr. Right Wing. It's crazy the disapproval rating of Trudeau right now, though. Yeah, these liberals, they fucked up, eh? Nobody likes them. And instead of being good, everyone's just yelling at you to vote for them. It's so crazy. It's like, yell at him and make him better. But everyone's just like, no, you just have to vote for him. Just do what he said. You have to vote. Rat-ish for sure. Relic, you think it's rat poop or? I think it's one giant poop. Meaning one giant came in and took a poop. The lady commented saying it stunk so badly they had to vacate the apartment. Of course. How could this not stink? Oh, look. Hey, can you see the bottom of the screen? It's like this brown water. Oh, you're missing that part. That's important. It is like a brownish water, isn't it? Oh, then you get the real splash come out. That's a hard stream, guys. That is a hard stream. That's as thick. That's, you know, we're seeing all the signs. The West is falling, and India and China will be. China not for too long, but the Hindu is rising, and it's so interesting to see this happen. I thought, you know, being here in the West, I thought like this is not a problem that we would ever have to have. You know what I mean? That's how I felt about it. But it's happening in the West. The West is finished, but that's why it's so important to watch a show like this and to remember.
Fuck. Babe, it's gonna. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Just get back. Oh my God. And now that hole right there. Boom! There it is. Oh, it's like 1 second only.
Holy fuck.
What a great video, dude. Thanks
Babe,
for
it's
sending
gonna.
that.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Here it comes. It delivers. That's what I like about it. It really delivers on the satisfaction. That's delivering on satisfaction. You know how many videos I see that they don't show the explosion and it ends? Like, if it ended 2 seconds earlier, some part of me would be like, what the fuck are you sending me, bro? Like, you know what I mean? That's the difference between great clip and bad clip, is that if it ended without this much of an explosion, I would be like, no, man, it's not enough. You know, like, there's just too much content out there. We can't send stuff like that to each other. I wouldn't have said that, but some part of me maybe would have thought it. But the fact that they give you the full explosion, they really deliver on the promise here. And that's what I like about this. It's good writing, you could say. And you could say God's doing the best writing. That is God doing the best writing. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. God's doing the best writing. And there it is, guys. Thanks for coming in. You know, we can't write this. We can't write this. Only God can write it. And that's what makes it so good. Meanwhile, the U.S. has reached 600,000 homelessness. Do you think the fact that you have IBS makes this video so satisfying to you? I do have IBS, and Jackknife, I think you're hitting yeah. Because you know what's happened in the last little while? My cousin came to the house. I think I gained a little weight. That's fine. God is great. We had a good time. We went out. We partied. I can't say we partied. We went to Canada's Wonderland, which was amazing. We got the speed passes. Amazing. But we also just hit Indian restaurants. And this guy eats, bro. This guy sits down, 2-3 appetizers. I couldn't believe this guy. And he's coming from India. So you think he's going to be cheap. But it's actually just my mom's family that's cheap. My dad's side of the family, they want to flex. Not flex, but they want everyone to have whatever they want and have a good time and enjoy their night. That's their mentality. And there's a little bit of flexing going on because they run up the bill and then they rush to pay for it too. And this guy, like, he's ordering food that if I went with someone from my mom's side, they'd be like, oh, we make it home. Oh my God. $5 for this one. I make it home. No, I make it home. Like, that's what they would say. This guy, he'll get a whole round for he'll be like, we get this for everyone. Crazy. Like the kind of guy, if there's 4 people, he'll be like, let's get some appetizers for the table. And he'll order like 5 appetizers. And it just won't be, it'll just be like, what? No, we gotta eat. And that's before the dinner comes. So we were at Boston Pizza in Niagara Falls. There's 4 of us, we're having beer, and we're ordering dinner still. And this guy gets onion rings and the potato chips, those cactus cut fries. And there's chicken wings on the table. And there's 4 of us, and we have beer, and there's food coming. And we haven't ordered the food yet. So we have those appetizers. Waitress comes, orders our food, and another pitcher. And as she's leaving, this guy goes, oh, and can we get another onion rings and another cactus cut fries? And even the waitress was like, another? Like, she was even like, I think you got enough. You know what I mean? I think she even was like, I think you got enough. And I think luckily she only ordered the onion rings. She forgot the cactus cut fries because some part of her must have been like, that's too much. That's what I think she did. I think she got to the machine. She's like, did they say cactus cut? No, better not risk it. and she just didn't order it. That's what I think happened. But right now, anyway, all that being said, I do feel a little bit of a backup. I do feel a little bit because we ate so much cheese. And cheese is one of those things I can handle it, and then sometimes I go too far with it. And because I was with him, because we were in a celebratory mood, we're eating, we're enjoying life, living life, I ate a little too much paneer, and I think I'm blocked up right now. And I would love to be the top part of this situation right now. Yeah. So Jackknife, you called it. This is a safe space. Can you share some shart your pants stories? I don't really have a shart my pants stories. Even though, like, I should be sharting my pants. I should be. I should have done it more. Because I do get into... Because basically with IBS, like, the asshole doesn't really keep it in anymore. If I'm being totally honest with you guys. And I do have to be truthful with you. This is my congregation. I can't hold it in a lot of times. And I do get into a lot of situations. But I think there's a thing I have where, because I'm brown, my ass is so hairy that it creates a barrier. Like, as soon as the cheeks close, they kind of ruffle together and they make a little bit of a barrier. And I think that saved me. I think that saved me from sharting and really staining the undies. Because the undies don't have any stains. And for someone with IBS, that's very impressive. That's very impressive. You can look through all the undies. There's no stains. I did switch to black a while ago. Most of them are black. But that's not the only reason. I think the hairs are creating a second layer of protection. See, God gave me IBS, but then God also God said, you know what, Amish? Here's a diaper. Here's a diaper of hair. It'll come in and make a diaper of hair. As soon as those cheeks close, those hairs will make a little diaper. And God gave me that. Now, it would be better if God didn't give me the IBS or thing. But you have to remember that when God gives you God does not give you any problems that God does not also give you the ability and the solutions to handle. And that is a great example, I think. You know what I mean? The fact that I have not done there's no dirty underwear. There's no dirty underwears here. Why? Because those hairs created a protective barrier. Because God does not give you any, and remember that in your lives, people. Okay, and remember that, guess what? Because God looks at you and says,
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
You're just God's little buttercup, aren't you? You're just God's little buttercup. So what do you think? God doesn't love you? God's not going to give you a solution? God opens one door, God closes one door, and he'll open another. God gives you IBS, he'll give you the hairy ass to catch that. A little bit also at the bottom. This also explains the hidden meaning of fade to brown. Sure. There it is. There it is. Thanks for coming, everyone. I think we had a very uplifting and enlightening discussion. I do appreciate you. And I do want to do more stuff like this. For the IBS, I think the IBS community will enjoy it. But make sure you are here supporting this digital ashram with a like and a subscribe. We're building a beautiful church of loving kindness. And this is all located on an electron cloud in your heart. And, down the road, we're going to have condos available. Obviously not in the main hall. Because if you look at this ashram, the first 3 floors are just the meditation hall. Because we need high ceilings on it. Then you go up, we got little portals. We got all kinds of portals, cold dip tubs. We got the cold dips. We got cold dip hot saunas right beside each other. So you can go boom, boom. You know what I mean? And that's all available. And it's going to be, in the future developments where we start making the condos, and we're going to have these condos available for sale, by the way, for you, the dear community, the dear congregation. You guys can live. That's a pathway to the condominium area where the congregants can live. The congregation condo. The congrominium. At the congrominium, at the congrominium, which is the condo for the congregation, each apartment, this is a new thing that I just thought of, each unit is going to have its own cold dip tub and hot sauna of it in each unit, and that's final. And then we'll have different statuses where if you make a lesser donation, then 5 units, and we'll give you a hot tub and a cold dip sauna for every 5 units. But then we will also have the VIP units. Each unit gets a hot tub, sauna, steam room, everything. All included. Personal trainer. Sex slave. I'm just kidding. Joking. Joking! That's those other religions do that. Not here. Not at this Church of Loving Kindness. At this congregation. So again, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. You're doing great. Comment karmas. So keep that up. And I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for coming. Rewind Cat. Keep sending me topics. Keep sending me topics. These are tougher. You know, I've been doing tougher topics because some of these more political topics, they're harder to get into a discussion about versus, you know, like when Tucker Carlson brought on that gay guy, that's such an easy topic, you know, because the video does have to work. But some of these topics, you know, they take a little more. So thanks for coming in. It is long form content. We gotta get to have a discussion and get into all the details of what the hell's going on in the community. So thanks a lot for coming. Like I said,
Wow, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
and if you have any problems out there in the community, guess what?
What can I say? Tough titties.
Tough titties.
What can I say? Tough titties.
What can I say? Tough titties. Tough titties, you're in Kali Yuga.
What can I say? Tough titties.
What can I say? You are Kali Yuga, it is tough titties.
Bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing.
That's nice. This is the sad music. But this is a very important one that you got to remember too.
When you let go, you let God.
When you let go, you let God, y'all. You got to let go and let God handle it sometimes. And that's what we got to do right now. It's 11:33, time to go to bed, people. Go to sleep. Reconnect with the source energy. Come back hard in the morning and destroy your enemies. Try a yoga nidra, by the way. I highly recommend it. If you guys have trouble getting to sleep, try a yoga nidra sleep meditation. Powerful meditations. Put you to sleep. Deep relaxations, great stuff. And then while you're sleeping, you do like these astral projections. So that's it. Have a good night.